And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, McCaffrey looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with him in the last game.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Geis, his first carry of the game, finding some room at midfield. That he's into the clear. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And now running right through it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Loretta. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lawletta now on 2nd. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Out of the gun, Lawletta. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Detroit!
A shotgun snap to Lawletta. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, they didn't really have to earn that 1st down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a 1st down.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Blue 90!
Lawletta now to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Kill. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Watch it now, Barney!
Now it's Lawletta off the bootleg. And he finds a man on a crossing route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and get it with Geis. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. to throw here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now a play fake, and it's Della. Rolling to his right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Right, now,
didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Coming off play action, Della going up top. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it here. Ware. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he went nowhere. He'll lose. Yardage back to the 29. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Philly, here we go. Gun.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Again, Lauletta. Dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Gone, 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 gone. Set. Green 39. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now, check. Patriots. Patriots. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
It's Lauletta off play action. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Geis receives the pitch. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
It's Geis on the counter. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Walletta on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Walletta to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And that'll make it third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
319. 319.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to avoid him. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Gano out to kick this one away. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's Lawletta. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, Lawletta. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now Lawletta on 1st down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There defensively was Matthias Farley to knock it away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Coming off play action, Lauletta. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and 19.
Lucky 56.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now it's Loletta. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Rosas to add the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point. And our score stays right where it is. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Powers through. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15. And a flag down as well. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll set up a throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers. but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
No. Check.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gone. Check.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Gone.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let, and this is caught. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, we know that someone has absolutely no fear. 4th down, they throw it downfield. That ball was competed for by both the defender and the guy catching it, and he comes down with it. Now they've got 1st and goal. What a big-time play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining.
down.
Now it's the backup Smith. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs.
Hey. Four down.
Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Washington, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.